Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, where today I'll be going over the Pixar animated movie called Inside Out 2, that was released on June 14th, 2024. Getting right into the topic of the video, watching this movie felt really nice. This movie takes place, I think, a year after the first Inside Out movie. Riley has just turned 13 years old, and following this, she starts to go through some changes in her life. We're shown that she and her two best friends are going to this hockey camp. We're also told that her two best friends aren't going to be in the same school as her. Also, because Riley's 13 and basically puberty is starting to hit her, she goes through changes in her life, which leads to her new emotions. We're introduced to 4 new emotions. I mean, technically there's 5 new emotions, but the 5th one was kind of a hint of what we could get in the future, I guess. The original 5 emotions are, of course, joy, sadness, fear, disgust, and anger. The 4 new emotions are anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and ennui, who I'm pretty sure is known as boredom, I'm pretty sure. The 5th new emotion that we got a hint of was nostalgia, who sounds like a very old lady who's reminiscing about the past, which was super funny. There's a nice character development, especially for Joy, which I really just loved in this. In the first movie, I know Joy was struggling to accept the other emotions into Riley's life, and just wanted Riley to feel happy all the time and have no other feelings, especially sadness in her life. Pun intended, by the way. In the new movie, we see how Joy has learned to accept the other emotions and sees the importance in them, realizing that you need a little bit of everything in your life. A bit of joy, a bit of sadness, a bit of fear, disgust, and anger. We see this when Joy is about to go down beneath the headquarters to see the belief system, and she takes sadness with her, saying that wherever I go, you go. We also see how the original 5 emotions, the team chemistry, has become stronger with them, working together to help Riley win her hockey game. Then there's the second movie. Like I said before, the fact that Riley's growing up is what leads to the 4 new emotions. It also causes the 4 new emotions to bottle up and suppress the original 5 while the others take over. I say others when it was really just anxiety who suppressed the other emotions and took over. In one way, I can kind of see anxiety acting a bit like joy, because in the first movie, Joy was the one who wanted Riley to feel only her emotion, but in this new movie, anxiety was a bit like Joy, but she was just way more brutal with it. She bottles up the other emotions and manipulates other emotions to seeing that she is right when she kind of isn't really right. The 5 emotions are sent to the deep dark secret section of Riley's mind, which was super funny to watch. One thing about this is that I think it's hinting a deep secret, because in the post-credits scene, Joy goes to ask what the deep secret, to which he says Riley burnt a hole in the rug. But then he goes back into his little jail cell, which may be telling us that there's some other secret to it, but I could be wrong. Anyways, there are other things I liked about this movie, one of which is that they portrayed the feeling of an anxiety attack really well. We see anxiety go all crazy, and then the other emotions have to try and calm Riley down from her panic attack, or anxiety attack, I guess. It showed us that every emotion is important for us, and every memory is important to us. And I think the emotions themselves realize that every one of them is important for Riley. Next thing I want to talk about is that some of the things that the emotions said in the movie, like the quotes. The main one of which really stood out to me was when Joy was on the mountain of memories that they had tossed out of the headquarters and is about to lose hope, and she says, "Maybe this is what happens when you grow up. You feel less joy." This line stuck with me, and I think it did for a lot of us who watched this movie. It was pretty sad, and we're able to connect to it because it reflects reality. We do, in fact, feel less joy as we grow up, especially because of our responsibilities that we have to take care of. And we forget to embrace and express our other emotions like joy and sadness. Emotions like these get suppressed by other emotions as we grow, and we forget that they even exist. This movie really teaches us a lot about people's lives, especially the fact that every emotion is important and we need to accept each one of them. Other things I noticed about this movie was that the first Inside Out movie was released on June 19th, 2015. In comparison, Inside Out 2 was released on June 15th, 2024, almost 9 years after the first one. I liked how Pixar did this because they basically waited almost a decade after the first movie so that the audience grew up and we could connect to the characters. One gripe I could say I have with the movie was that I think they didn't really do a good job, or I guess they didn't. I think they didn't really blend in the four emotions like anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and boredom in the other characters that they had, like Riley's mom and dad. Well, but hey, I mean, maybe there was some other thing that was going on between them, but hey, I don't know. I know that they had anxiety come in at the end in Riley's mom and dad, but that was really it, though. Maybe Pixar did this because her parents are older and more mature, though. So maybe since they're older, those emotions like anxiety kind of got left behind, and then they came back now because Riley is growing up. I honestly don't know. I could be wrong in so many different ways. But anyways, these are my opinions and thoughts on this movie. Let me know what you guys think about this movie. Check out my other videos too. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. See ya!